He's cool. After the explosion takes place, and a couple hundred South Carolinians who survived that explosion will fall back about 100 yards to a swale that's back there across the field. What helps them hold back the Union attack, as disorganized as it will become, crest of Cemetery Hill, which is behind us to your north. Blandford Church, if you want to visit that later today, is right behind us. As they struggle to climb out of the works, cut across the field, they talk about being just cut down by Confederate artillery pieces from the north. They also have shells screaming at them from Confederate batteries back where near Crater Road is today, facing right back at you. And eventually, during the course of the battle, we took that one gun and pushed it. It looks pretty open, but remember, all of this is occurring in Farmer Griffith's wheat field. And this starts from about 4:45 in the morning until the battle ends pretty much by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So these two shots you're going to hear, you're going to have to multiply hundreds of times to start to appreciate what went on in this field.
Fire the piece! Yes, sir. Engineers, to your post! Come in! Fire! Solid shot! Okay. We got 3 different representations here. You'll notice the powder bag is attached. And you have a wooden sabot that holds the ball. This is a smooth bore cannon, 4.62 inch bore, 4.5 inch projectile. With all of the rounds with this gun, that it's not a rifled gun, have the bags attached. Got solid shot here. Does not go boom, just a solid piece of iron. This is case shot or shrapnel. Case shot, if it's got little balls inside of it, rain down on you. Does explode. It'd be fitted with a fuse and timed to a certain distance, and then it would explode. This is canister, full of all these little iron balls, fairly big iron balls. This you would use at ranges of 300 yards or less against advancing infantry. Now, a lot of the gunners of the day, you know, they didn't really care about how many they killed because they had somebody to put in their place. Massive army. So what they try and do is demoralize the soldiers that are advancing on the artillery, and they load solid shot at close range. And what this did was, if it hit you, it turned the guy beside you or you to a very fine red mist, and it demoralized the troops. Fear was a bigger deterrent than killing. As far as this goes, the thing you see behind the cannon, that is the limber. That's where the ammunition is kept. 12-pound Napoleon. Weighs about 2,500 pounds on the carriage. Sam, you want to explain to them what's involved with the limber?
Back in the limber here, as you heard Cecil say, there's certain things that are fused. Therefore, you got to time the fuse. As the fuse leaves the tube, as the round leaves the tube, the fuse catches fire. Well, it's got to burn a certain distance so that you can have it go off the top of those trees over there, or somewhere prior, if you had infantry coming in between us and the trees, where to let that explode above them. So the two men on the back are back there cutting those fuses and making them a certain length. There's a chart you'll see on the lid of the limber, where when the round's called out 500 yards, they know how to cut that fuse back there. Of course, these are fixed rounds. They already have the powder bag already attached and so forth like that, so it's ready to go. So they're sending that forward on the command of the gunner here. That's going to be, as you see, positioned behind the gun. The horses to all this will be way over there in that field about the tree line. We want to protect the horses. But in case if we've got to, see, the limber is a way of transporting that gun. When you got to get it out of there, you spin it around, you back it up, you hit it to the back of that, where the two gentlemen at the rig cap is on that end. And you hit the horses on this side, you get the whole gun out of there. In the case you're overrun, you can't get the gun out fast enough, you leave the limber, there's a rope on the back of the trail on the piece, the men start towing. Now you're the mule team. You start pulling as hard, fast as you can to get it to the rear as quickly as possible. In case you can't do that, you spike the gun, block the vent hole, and run so the enemy can't use that gun, can't turn it on you.
Also, during the day, they had rifled cannon that would shoot conical projectile like this. Powder bags not attached. Loaded your powder bags separately. Very common 3-inch ordnance rifle. U.S. Army used this a lot, but they preferred that because it was bigger, more effective at close range. This shoot a whole lot further. Effective range of that gun is just over a mile. Effective range of these 3-4 miles. But if you can't see what you're hitting, you're not hitting anything.
Very important that there's no real rapid firing going on. These are very expensive rounds to the Army, on both armies. So its accuracy is the most important thing. When you see us loading that gun, we're not sitting there rushing that fast, unless probably an extreme case would if you had infantry right on top of the enemy and we're trying to give them a canister. But otherwise, we're picking our targets real carefully, getting the instructions from command, going into the gunner where he wants that round placed. So this is very realistic on the time that you see. I believe the timing is three firings in one minute is what we try to do.
Fire the gun as fast as you can fire a rifle in a period.
Every man is dependent on the other man, is watching him for safety. A lot of safety involved here. But we have, well, 4 men right at the gun here. You want them to, or you want us to explain what they do?
We'll do that talk when y'all can come a little closer and see exactly what they're doing. After we fire the second round, you're welcome to come down, take a look. We'll be brief because we have to get the infantry, but you're welcome to come closer, and then we can explain each position and show you the implements and everything.
Edward, Tom.
No, we don't know what's over that tree line.
Took off. Amazing how quickly, if you're really under battle conditions, how quickly you can load and fire this one piece. And he also mentioned, here's the click, and then still the runner, with the number 5 guy showing up with the round from the limber back there. And of course the gunner's going to call off what round, and if you're... Fire! Oh, solid shot! Fire!